Hello again and welcome to another Black Templar Friday! So it is Friday, it is the end of the week. It's been a busy week, it's been a tough week. Trials and tribulations in the real world, at work. Absolutely knackering my bollocks off, but I've managed to get some decent painting done over the last few weeks. And generally, life's pretty good. So, for those of you that are new to Black Templar Friday, it is a video series that I run, which is very often has nothing to do with Black Templars. I just started it when I started my Black Templar army, and it was just to be a bit more of a relaxed video. This channel often we focus on tactics, and there's a few rant videos and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, 40k is fun, and we have to remember that. So this is an ad hoc series. I don't do it every Friday. Sometimes it's not even on a Friday. I don't know when I'm going to release this one. I've been doing a massive batch of recording. This is like the 5th video I've done in a row. So don't know when this is going to get recorded, when it's going to get released, because next week I'm only in the UK Monday and Tuesday. So and then I am away in Paris with work. I know it sounds very fancy, but I really, really don't want to go because it's going to massively cut into my work schedule and I'm going to get really behind. Stupid 10-year work anniversary, blah, blah. Company's been around for a while, celebrate thing. It's actually just really inconvenient. But I've been told I had to go, so yeah, I'm going. But that means I'm going to try and upload videos throughout. When I'm in Paris, I'm going to put these on like a portable hard drive, and I'm going to try and upload them. But I just don't know if that's going to be possible. So I may end up uploading this on the Tuesday. But it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be talking about the same shit anyway. So what have I been working on recently? Well, about a month ago, 2 months ago, I committed myself to the Bolt and Chain Swords ETL painting event. So a while ago before that, I committed myself to the Bolt and Chain Swords Blood and Zeal campaign where we had to build loads of stuff, and I built my Black Tide. I had about 40 Marines, and I really committed, and I built the other 6. I had 60 Marines, and I really committed, and I built the other 40. And basically, for my there were some quite strict rules. So out of those 40 Marines, only 35 were actually eligible, and so basically, I committed 4 Crusader squads of 3 of 9 man, 1 of 8 man, and I committed myself to painting up my Black Tide. So I have, and I'm sort of going to try and commit myself to painting all my Black Templars, but I might leave that to the next painting competition because basically I've got 1 more Crusader squad to paint for the competition, and then after that, once I've done that, I will have 25 Marines left to paint. That is it. 2 Crusader squads and 5 extra Volta Marines. And then I will have finished my Black Tide, which is really, really awesome. And so I've been really enjoying painting up these Crusaders because the first Crusaders I built, the first 40 I built, were they had like the Black Templar upgrade kit on them. They didn't have any really like extras. There were no extra sort of grenades or pouches or anything. And so that was a little disappointing because I obviously want to have like extra grenades and pouches and purity seals and stuff. So I decided with these next 40, the ones that I've been painting now, when I built them, I added loads of extra bits to them. Loads. Extra shrines, grenades, pouches, knives, bolt pistols, purity seals, loads of extra bits, loads of extra conversion bits. And I made them out of 3 different kits. I had the 4 different kits really. I had the Mark IV Marines from Horus Heresy, which the reason I chose those is I got them from eBay. And it was really cheap to get them from eBay. Instead of spending 30 quid per squad, I spent £15, which is great. And then I mixed those with the most recent 8th edition Tactical Marine Squad kit. And then I got from a friend for £10. I got the old style Tactical Marine kit, brand new in box. It was the one that only had the flamer and the missile launcher on the front, and it came with small bases. But that's fine, and the poses are a bit different, and the models are a little bit different, and the shoulder pads are a little different. So I mixed, so they got thrown into the pot, and then I had obviously the Black Templar upgrade kit, which I threw into the pot. So that's 4 different kits I used to make these Marines. And then I also had some bits left over from the Command Squad sprue, and you can see that the Scouts that I'm using, the Neophytes, they've got Scion helmets instead. Just because I thought they looked cool and I wanted to have a bit of a head swap going on. So yeah, these Marines are much more converted, these 40. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I've got loads and loads of pouches. I've got loads of pouches left. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, when I've finished these Marines for the event, which I've only got 1 squad of 9 Marines left to do. I've got 1 Sword Brother with Grav, 1 Heavy Bolter, 1 Plasma Gun, 4 Bolter Marines, and 2 Bolter Neophytes. That's all I've got left to finish for the ETL, and I've got like 2 months to do it, which is great. And what I'm going to do once I finish them is I'm going to get all these pouches that I've got. I've got pouches and pouches and pouches, and I'm going to spray paint them all Mornfine brown. I've got the brown. I'm just going to spray paint them all brown. And I'm just going to basically stick bolter pouches. And I've got loads of grenades as well. And I'm basically just I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to just spray paint all the grenades silver. Spray paint all the pouches brown. And I'm just going to add pouches and grenades to all my other Marines that I've built. Because I've got 40 with extra bits. And 60 without extra bits. And I think it would be pretty easy to make sure. And it makes such a big difference. You don't really realise it until the 2 models are next to each other. You know, the models which don't have the extra bits, you can sort of see they look a bit bare, and the models which do have the extra bits just look miles ahead. Now it's not too bad because obviously the Black Templar upgrade kit really helps in that regard. I mean, the bolters that you get with the chains on them, they look really, really good. They look like, you know, you've taken it to the next level, but I still think that they need a bit of extra pizzazz. So I'm basically going to go back, and every Marine is going to get a pouch, like some magazine pouches, and some grenades. Every Marine is going to get pouches and grenades. Any purity seals, they'll be the easiest bits to do. And then any purity seals I can find, they're going to get thrown on any squads really. And then also any bits that you can see like on some of the Sword Brothers here, each one's got like a little totem on the back. Sometimes it's a big flag. Sometimes it's like a little like skull and crossbows. Sometimes it's just like a little imperial eagle. Not the Aquila, just like the skull and wings, because the Black Templars don't believe in having the imperial Aquila. Weirdly, they don't actually have any Aquila. So if you go through my Black Templar army, on the infantry at least, you won't see any Aquilas. Ever. You just won't see them. So, well, hopefully anyway. The Aquila being the actual eagle with wings. You'll see skull with wings, but you won't see actual eagles with wings. So yeah, I'm going to go back through pouches and grenades, and then any purity seals I can find, they're going to get stuck on. I think I used most of them though, to be honest. And then any totems, they're going to get stuck on as well. For pouches and grenades are going to be the first step because they're the quickest. Then purity seals. Then I'm calling them totems, but it's like flags, any extra bits. And then if I can, I'll probably add some combat blades and stuff as well. Because I mean, even the scouts in this army, they've got extra. The scouts are all right because they come with, every scout comes with pouches on like the chest and stuff. So the scouts, sometimes you see the scouts next to the regular tactical marines and you think, holy shit, like the scouts actually look more detailed than the tactical marines because they've got the extra pouches and stuff. And it's a big thing, and this is sort of leading me on, like one of the reasons that my Steel Legion army, and this is something I say anyway, my Steel Legion army looks so much better than my Cadians is because, well, and even including the repainted Cadians that I'm working on, is because because the Steel Legion, every single model, it's a metal model, it comes with a knife, it comes with a bedroll or sandbags, it comes with lasgun pouches. So you've got those extra details and you can't do anything about that. But the Cadians, most of my Cadians have just got a lasgun. No pouches, no water bottles, no nothing. So that's why the Steel Legion look better. And that's why my Mordian Iron Guard, when they eventually, a long way down the line, get redone, because they are going to get redone, guys. It's just going to take me a long time. I've basically got, in terms of order of importance, I've got my Black Templars. They're going to get finished first. When the Black Tie's done, I will consider the Black Templars pretty much done. Although I do have like 2 rhinos. I've got loads more of my Black Templars to do. It's insane. But I've got 2 rhinos, Tri-Las Predator, Ironclad Dreadnought, 2 Land Speeders, and a Storm Talon still to do for my Black Templars. But when the Black Tide's done, that's when I'll take a break from Black Templars. Then I've got to shift on to my Genestealer Cult. And then when I've shifted on to when the Genestealer Cult are finished to a point that I'm happy with them, which could take a while. Once I've done the Genestealer Cult, then I've got to go and do my Chaos Army. And then when the Chaos Army is done, then I can move on to the Mordian Iron Guard. Because the Mordian Iron Guard, the reason some of you might be scratching your head, well, this is an Imperial Guard channel, why aren't you doing those first? True. But the reason I'm doing it in that format is, 1, Black Templars are pretty much almost done anyway. 2, Genestealer Cult, I want to have a Xenos faction I can have on the channel. A lot of my battle reports this channel are Imperium versus Imperium. And I think it is good to have an actual bad guy. So Genestealer Cult will be my Xenos faction that I use regularly. And then I have my Chaos. So I will use my... Chaos will be my... another non-Imperium faction I can use in the channel. And the Mordian Iron Guard are, to be honest, they are painted. They're not painted to a great standard, but they are painted. So that's why they're low on the priority list, because at any point I can just pull my Iron Guard out and play games with them. At any point I can pull them out and go to a tournament with them. They don't need any work doing on them. They're, in terms of, none of them are unpainted. I don't have a single unpainted model in that army. It's finished. It just needs some renovation, basically. So which will take me some time, but and in the meantime, if I want to put out high quality battle reports featuring Imperial Guard, I've got my Steel Legion, and my Steel Legion are my best painted army of all time. They're just. It used to take me a full week to do a single squad of guardsmen. It used to take me a full week to do a single campaign. It took me 6 months. They've got transfers. They've got custom bases. They've got, I think there's 15 different, maybe even more. I had a full list. I might even be able to dig it out whilst I'm chatting away. I had a full list of colours I used to use on my Steel Legion. See if I can find it. Metz... where I'm sure I had it on messages. Let's take a look. I had it on a list on the bolter and chainsword. Trying to find it now. Okay, so this is the list of what I used on every single Steel Legion model. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 paints and washes used on a single guardsman. Every guardsman. So I had used Talon Sand, base coated in Zandri Dust, and then went over that Talon Sand for the greatcoat. I used Castellan Green for the pants and helmets. I used a Baden Black for boots, gloves, breather pipe, and sandbag roll. I used Ironbreaker for the gun, rebreather, knife, and webbing bits. Mornfying Brown for other bits of webbing and the main gas mask. Brass Scorpion for the gun mag. Genna Gold for eagles. A Latok Blue for goggles and plasma gun coils. Mephisto Red for the badge and the rocket/mortar shells. White Scar for the lightning bolt and for badges. Cadian flesh tone for faces, and then for the washes I had Seraphim Sepia for the tans and browns, Norn Oil for the greens and metals, Drakenhof Nightshade for the goggles and plasma coils, and Cowbird Crimson for the badges and rocket/mortars. And then also each model I clipped off the metal slot thing and used a custom base. Every single one of those custom bases was spray painted with Ironbreaker and then washed in Norn Oil, and some, to make them look rusty, were washed with Seraphim Sepia. That's on every single guardsman. Just the guardsman. That doesn't even cover what I did for the tanks. And then again, this is what I'm getting on about. Like, my Black Templars, like if I look at my Black Templars now, I mean, yes, I spray paint them black. That is true. But those shoulder pads, each one of the shoulder pads on my Black Templars has about 10 layers of thinned down white to try and get a really crisp, neat, even finish. Spray painting does help, and I've tried that on some, but you just can't quite get the same effect. Okay, you can't quite get that ultra crisp white. So I've got black, and then I've got white, and then the guns alone they've got Adeptus Mechanicus grey, and then they've got black, silver, and then they've often got red on them. So that's like 3 colours on the gun alone. So basically I've got grey, silver, red, gold, tan, brass, and then I've got like 3 or 4 washes. I'd say my Templars each have at least 10 colours and washes on them. So that's why it takes me so long. And you've got to remember, guys, I do all this painting myself. So like, I know a lot of you are really keen for me to get like the Mordian Iron Guard up and running, but like, you know, I could do like a squad in 2 weeks. It's often what it'll take me, you know, with work. A squad in 2 weeks. And, you know, that's me really dedicating to painting and, like, neglecting the girlfriend and everything. So, you know, I do all this myself. And I really, really enjoy painting, but it can be a little overwhelming. And considering I like horde armies, you know, a little bit of my own, you know, victim of my own preferences, because, you know, I like horde armies, but then I also refuse to paint to a poor standard anymore. I used to not give a shit. When I was getting into pure infantry guard and I was running 250 guardsmen in an army, I did not give a fuck about the paint scheme. There was not a single wash on any of my Mordian or Cadian models. Not a single wash, because washes pretty much doubles the time it takes to paint a model if you do them right. So, yeah, I mean, so when you think about it, I've got 100 Templars to do. I've still got 34 to go. So that's probably, I mean, I'm going to try and get, if possible, I'm going to try and get all my Black Templars finished by June, or beginning of July. Then I have my Genestealer cult, which has 60 neophytes in it. The current planned list is 60 neophytes, 30 Genestealers, and 24 Genestealers and 15 aberrants. So basically 100 models there as well. And then I've got, for that Genestealer cult army, I've also got 3 rock grinders. But they won't take very long. I'm very quick. I can do a Chimera in a day. I can paint tanks really quickly. So, yeah, I think by the end of the year, considering we're halfway through the year at this point, the end of the year, I'm going to try and have my Black Templars completely finished and my Genestealer cult completely finished. Yeah, that's the idea. Now, I know some of you may have noticed I've not been doing as many battle reports recently. That is not through my own fault. I've just been I've been sending out lots of battle report requests. I've been getting some interest back, but people just seem to be really busy at the moment. Maybe they're just making excuses, but you know, there's just, I think people, it's sort of mid-year. No one's really taking any holidays, so I think people are generally just quite busy with work and stuff. But yeah, that's it basically. So that's what I've been working on, guys. And that's my plan for the channel. I am really going to try and get more and more battle reports going. But I think I'm going to have to put a few more feelers out. Try a few people who I haven't tried in a while, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope your own painting projects are going really, really well. Tell me what you guys have been working on, and I'll see you guys next time.